What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another Read Aloud by Coach T. Today, I will be reading Swish, the slam-dunking, alley-ooping, high-flying Harlem Globetrotters by Suzanne Slade and Don Tate. It all started with those boys, thumping basketballs up and down Chicago's South Side and alleys, driveways and parking lots. Raw talent and determination and worn-out sneakers, practicing non-stop layups, all net free throws. I'll say it again, all net free throws, and sky-high jump shots. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Harlem Globetrotters. I'm happy we got here early. We get to see the Harlem Globetrotters, honey. Man, you might be right, babe. We sure do get to see them Harlem Globetrotters do their thing tonight. When their team charged into Wendell Phillips High wearing those official school jerseys, every student grew an inch taller with pride. Their players were unstoppable, division champs. Everyone could see they had as much talent as the country's best hoopsters, but the top teams only recruited white players. So, after graduation, those Wendell Phillips stars joined traveling teams for black players. Before long, a few players met a small man with a big dream, Abe Saperstein, who helped them form their own team, the Harlem Globetrotters. The name sounded grand, like they played all over the world. Well, not quite, but they barnstormed their way across America. Little Abe and 5 giant players, Toots Wright, Kid Oliver, Fat Long, Runt Pullins, and Andy Washington. Yeah, I'll say it again. These are the starting 5 for the Harlem Globetrotters. Toots Wright, Kid Oliver, Fat Long, Runt Pullins, and Andy Washington. The Globetrotters, it don't have that it factor. Tommy Brookins Globetrotters. Tommy not the one playing? Chicago Globetrotters. I mean, that one's not bad. What about the New York Harlem Globetrotters? Yeah. That's the one right there. Let's go with that one. Harlem Globetrotters. They squeezed into an old Model T and chugged from town to town. And if you guys didn't know, the Model T came from Henry Ford, searching for anyone who would play. Farmers, students, lumberjacks, and people who would pay to watch. 7 nights a week, the road-weary team played ball, healthy, sick, or injured, and won nearly every game. But hometown fans didn't like out-of-town hotshots skunking their team. Well, who do you think you are? We're the Harlem Globetrotters, and we came to play ball. Well, I'll tell you something. I don't like you trying to beat my team. You guys shouldn't have done that. You messed with the wrong one. Soon, the Trotters came up with a plan. Smack in the middle of the game, each player performed a ball handling trick while the others took a short rest. Crowds howled, "Oh!" with delight at the surprising sights. Whoa, Nelly! I've never seen nothing like this before. Man, they sure are putting on a show. One finger ball spinning, rapid fire mini dribbling, and a ricochet headshot. Suddenly, people didn't mind when the hilarious Trotters beat their team. The Globetrotters played wherever they could. Barns, basements, even the bottom of a dried up swimming pool. The crowds laughed, ha 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 ha, and cheered, hip hip hooray! But as soon as the game ended, the cheers stopped. Back to reality, the Harlem Globetrotters were. The tired, hungry. Where's the 4 for 4 at when you need it? Players weren't always welcomed in hotels or restaurants. They couldn't use most gas station restrooms or phones. Nearly every drinking fountain wore a whites only sign. Downhearted yet determined, a new fire fueled their game. The Trotters were proved that all players, all people, deserve to be treated the same. With their fancy footwork, fast passes, and one-handed dunk shots, they played the most breathtaking, groundbreaking, no they didn't, ball the country had ever seen. Years bounced by. Old players retired. New ones stepped in. Goose Tatum, the Clown Prince, who rolled that ball across 84 inches of steel strong arms. Marcus Haynes, a dazzling, dizzying dribbler with lightning fast hands. Boyd Buey, a spectacular sharpshooter who had only one arm. With their slapstick tricks and pinpoint shots, the Trotters' game became known as the show. They made the game look so easy. People didn't even notice their incredible talent. But this team was more than a show. They were skilled athletes, expert players, and electrifying performers, all rolled into one, professionals at the game. But the professional basketball teams didn't allow black players. Determined to make people see their talent instead of their skin color, the Globetrotters challenged the best team in the National Basketball League, the mighty Minneapolis Lakers. What? You could almost hear the nation gasp. A pro team play those high-flying showboats? How ridiculous. Yet, the Lakers agreed. They couldn't wait to trounce the Trotters. Little did they know, the Harlem Globetrotters didn't just come to play for show. They came to play some basketball. Shivering. Fans lined up outside Chicago Stadium in middle of the night darkness on February 19th, 1948. People across the country slapped down sure bets. Easy money. No way the Lakers could lose. They had a 6'10" giant, George McCain. Surrounded by a ruckus, record-breaking crowd, the Globetrotters jogged out in a comical striped shorts. But they left their tricks behind. Tonight was straight up, serious ball. Right from the start, Goose stuck to McCain like gum on a shoe. Yet McCain quickly scored 18 points and blocked every shot Goose put up. By halftime, the Lakers were ahead. But the Globetrotters fought back and tied the game. Hand down, man down, mama. There goes that man. Right before the end of game buzzer, the Trotters sent one last shot soaring toward the net. Swish! Globetrotters win 61-59. Without saying a word, the Trotters showed the world that players with different skin colors belonged on the same court. The Lakers demanded a rematch. The win was a fluke. A year later, the teams faced off again, and the Trotters won again. Now, the most popular team in America, the Globetrotters, played to sold-out stadiums and signed a Hollywood movie contract. Meanwhile, NBA teams were barely selling enough tickets to pay the bills. Frustrated. Globetrotters, man, they sure do know how to ball. Team owners gathered to pick next season's recruits. One by one, they carefully considered each athlete's talent. And suddenly, their whites-only rule seemed ridiculous. Then something incredible happened. The Celtics owner announced an astounding choice. Chuck Cooper, one of the most remarkable players he'd ever seen, and one of the Globetrotters' newest recruits. Soon, another owner declared his top picks, two more phenomenal black players. And the game was never the same. It became nonstop. Give it all you got. Out to win it, sky's the limit. Basketball! After breaking into the NBA, the Globetrotters broke out into the world. They played in a dusty bull ring in Peru, in a cow pasture in New Zealand, and on a court built over barrels in Germany. The crowds were astonished by their slam dunks, alley-oops, and other high-flying surprises. They made thousands of new friends, met popes, princes, and presidents, and even sipped tea with the Queen of England. They shared their joy, laughter, and warm friendship with the nations around the world, even ones who weren't friends with the United States. Back home, the Harlem Globetrotters were named America's Ambassadors of Goodwill. How about that? The team that brought black and white America closer together brought the world a little closer together too. And lived up to their Globetrotter name after all. The end.